Rebecca, Wisteria Stitch. Welcome back or welcome to my channel if you're new. I'm at retreat. I got in yesterday and I thought that because there's so much to talk about that I would kind of break it up and make it easier for myself when my brain isn't scrambled eggs. So, have name tag, got my retreat shirt. So starting off a little bit pre-retreat, we're going to jump straight into story time, and then I'll start showing off table gifts, the bag that we got, freebie table, and some purchases I've made. There will more than likely be a part two of if there's more freebie table stuff, if I make more purchases, and just an overall review, I guess, of my experience. So we'll start with story time. I had to clean out my car, as one does in preparation for an 11 and a half, 12-hour drive. Went through the car wash, got it washed, vacuumed, got back to my mom's. Went inside and did some work and did all the things, and then I came back outside to start organizing the stuff that I had in my car. I was missing a box. I had put things that I wanted to keep in 2 different Amazon boxes so that I knew some of it was to go down to the she shed and some of it was stuff that needed to stay up at our house, the cabin. One of those boxes was missing. So I had to go back to the car wash after calling them numerous times, and it was about 2 hours later. So I called them multiple times. And I was like, nobody answered. So I get there, lead footing it. I get there and he's like, oh, I'm sorry. I thought it was garbage. I was like, you are messing with me right now. He's like, no, I'm really, really sorry. I threw it in the dumpster. Now, mind you, I had 2 pairs of shoes and a brand new book that Judith had just gotten from my sister from their Alaskan cruise. And I'm freaking out. I was like, I'm going dumpster diving today. I was ready. So I go back through the car wash because that's the only way to get over to the vacuums and stuff. Like, once you're in, you have to go through. So I go around. He's like, help, whatever. And I was like, cool. And I'm just kicking myself. So I go around, I go back, and they had just emptied the dumpster that morning, night before. Not a lot of stuff in here. But it still stinks. And it's one of the tall ones where they've got the sliding doors on the side, and over my head are the actual lids that open and close like this. It was a really big dumpster. So I pull the thing open and the window's up to here on me already. So it's not going to be easy for me to get it. I'm standing on my tiptoes, trying not to gag, looking in here to see where my stuff is. And there were just a couple empty boxes from the oil place and then my stuff. And of course my stuff is all the way in the back. He did not half-ass this. He chucked it in. Cool. So I go over to the guys that are changing oil and I was like, do you have a grabber thingy? Or they threw my stuff away, and I would love to not have to climb in here. And I'm in a thick strap tank top and mom leggings from when I was pregnant. And so I'm looking a hot mess. My hair was probably gross because I hadn't taken a shower yet. And he is sure, he gets goes and gets one of those adjustable poles, and he goes to help. So the guy gets the pole, and he's has to make it super long because it's all the way in the back of this. And so he's dragging it out. Of course, The book is the thing that doesn't stay in the box because it had tipped on its side, and when he knocked it back upright, the the book got in the nasty juice. Um, and then I was like, all right, I'm going in. He's like, looks me up and down, this poor guy. And he was like, I don't think you should be the one. He's like, no offense. But I think I should probably be the one to, if anybody's going in there, it should probably be me. And at this point, the guy from the car wash is finally walking over with a stepladder. But the guy from the car wash just like grabs, or from the oil place, just grabs the top of the thing and like pulls himself up and into the dumpster like he does this every day. And he just like hands me my stuff, and I'm like holding the book like this. He's like, "Is that everything?" And I'm like, "I sure hope so," um, because I wasn't sticking my head back in there to look, honestly. Um, so that was like a whole thing. And I was like, this is the start. This is, it's fine. Everything is fine. That was Monday. Tuesday, I went through again after I got the car seat out, vacuumed the back seat. It was fine. And then I went to my sister's. She has a dog. I'm allergic to dogs. And the most allergic to her dog, it turns out. But I'm only there for 12 hours. I figure it's fine. I'll go at 4:30 in the morning on Wednesday because I just couldn't sleep. I left at like 5. Waited for 20 minutes for coffee at Dutch Bros because sticker day and Dutch Bros. And so I'm on the road by 5:30. It's about an 11 and a half hour drive. Drive was great. One stop in the 11 and a half hour drive because I wasn't stopping for anything. And I didn't have the toddler with me, so I could. So I just drove straight through. Get to the hotel, it's like 6, just after 6, like minutes after 6. I go to check in. I was going to have a roommate, but they had a family emergency, so they may or may not be able to make it. And I didn't know that in order to get into my room, I was going to have the entire balance on my card to do that. So I'm like panicking because I have things in multiple different accounts to stop myself from doing crazy things and getting into shenanigans. And so I was like, I don't know what, I guess I'm just turning around driving home because instantly my reaction was panic. And Corinne, the angel saint that she is, was like, no, you can stay at my house. Just cancel it and just do Saturday. And I was like, okay. And then I went upstairs to get my sub that they'd gotten for me because I'm helping this weekend. And I actually see the room. The rooms are immaculate. They're beautiful. So, like, look at this kitchen, this little kitchenette, and this giant, you'll see what's up and all that later. And then over here, we have couch, TV. This TV spins, and I'm in a king-size room. And the bathroom is, like, around that corner, and it's beautiful. The room that I saw was a double. And there's, like, nice size room in between the beds. They're further back, and the bathroom is even bigger. The bathroom is not a small bathroom. I was like, oh, I'm going to have to figure out how to make this work because I have to stay the whole weekend. Because just to have, like, this is my first time doing anything alone for me and just, like, quiet, not with other responsibilities. Since I had Judith, she'll be 3 in November. I was like, I'm just going to do it. I'll figure it out. So I got it figured out and got myself checked in, helped get, the stuff set up, and passed out early. I tried stitching, and I made it maybe 10, 15 minutes. I was like, I cannot do this. And I just was like, I'm going to go to bed. I was asleep by 10. Woke up multiple times overnight. Again, like at my sister's. My throat was hurting. It was hurting on my drive too. Dog. Allergic to dog. Her dog specifically the most. Um, our dog, she's mostly outdoor unless like the weather's really bad, like really hot or super cold. She comes inside. I sneeze a lot with her, but it doesn't get me sick like being around my sister's dog does. And I don't know if it's just because she's allowed on everything and she lives in that house or in the apartment. Um, so that's almost gone. Just allergy meds. Um, so that was done. Got checked in. This morning I was up at 6, went down, had breakfast, stitched for about an hour downstairs and meeting people, and it was awesome, and everybody is so sweet. Everybody is so nice. And then I came back up and I did my own thing in here and just stitched for about an hour by myself and just like no noise. I had a 5-cup pot of coffee this morning and plus 1, 2, I've another 3 or 4 cups of coffee downstairs. Pretty heavily caffeinated, so I'm doing great. And then retreat started. Corinne asked me to help people find tables if they needed, if they were like new and they didn't know where they were going, they didn't have friends already here. I was like, yeah, great. I was like, hi, because I was like so excited for everybody. And like everybody's bags, I don't know why this was my obsession, but like obsessed with all of the bags that people were bringing in. I was like, oh my gosh. Like they had their Vera Bradleys. A lot of people are really smart and they use like the Omni Wheel quilting cases. And I was like, oh, I have one of those. I will be using that next time. Because why? Like, duh. Of course you use that. And like Vera Bradley backpacks, Disney bags. I was like, this is my favorite place. I love it here. And so then I set out my little table gifts. I did the frogs. I don't have them with me right now, so they will have to be a part 2. But I did the ceramic frogs. You've seen them before. Because I got one back in March for myself. And then I asked Corinne's sister Jamie, who does their floss tones, to do a custom floss for my table mates that was themed for the retreat. And when I saw it, I cried. I don't have one with me because they have been misplaced. We took the ones off the rack for my table mates. But it is this beautiful blue. It's kind of like a royal blue, really pretty. And she named them Becca. And I was crying. I felt it was amazing. And then I got my table mate gifts. I didn't even look in my bag until later, just because everything was so overwhelming. There was so much. It's my first retreat and I'm helping, which I'm so thrilled that I am because I've been meeting other people and it's been great. It kind of has forced me. I'm an extroverted an introverted extrovert. One of those. I'm an omnivert. I can be really extroverted when I know somebody and I don't stop talking. But it can be difficult for me to be around new people and doing new things and so. But we got goodie bags from a bunch of people at my table and they're all so sweet. I don't know if I have everything here with me, but I got this cute little pencil case. It's like one of those words, not rubber, but the other rubbery stuff, with an orange pen and a needle case. I love these. I already have one and they're just the best. A little brush for frogging is what I learned people use these for. A little mascara brush. and cute little scissors, because never enough scissors. Never enough scissors. And I don't know who each thing is from. At this cute little floss drop situation, and it is plastic, so like I can write on it and then wipe it off. Cute little notebook. No lines. I love notebooks, so this is great. Now somebody, and I don't have the whole thing with me, somebody made these cute little fall decorations and put 3 DMCs to go with them. I got the orange guy. I'll show him in part 2 because he's super cute, but I left him at my table. And then I got this cute little frog keychain. Look at his little tongue. He's so cute. Then another cute little notebook, again lined with a pencil. This was a purchase. That goes over there. That was long awaited. With this little project tag that can be reused. Then in this, I'm gonna hold this way back. We got a printed pattern. It's called Stitching Friends by the Colorado Cross Stitcher, designed by Sherry Berger. It might be a freebie, I'm not sure, which is why I'm not just showing it. It says Stitching Friends are the best, and it's got a little pair of scissors, and it's really cute. And she got us everything we need except for the fabric to complete it. So the little foam board and the DMCs, the called for DMCs, and this little piece of felt that I believe you do felt between the foam board and the work. And this little tin that has floss drops. These are from Silver Floss Creations on Etsy, and the Flosstube is Born to Stitch. So that was really cute, and I love it. Like, I have a whole project right there. Then, holding those aside, I got a bag of pink. We got these, I don't remember what these are called, but these are by BU. I know that they're floss drops, but I feel like they have a certain name. I don't remember what they're called specifically. And the sweetest little floss drop ring. Finishing ribbon. This is called ribbon, guys. And then from BU Needleworks. Oh. This looks like it is for some sort of for framing situation, or I'm not really sure how this works. I'm gonna have to ask her at our table what I do with this. Oh, it smells wood burning. It smells really good. I don't know what to do with this. If anybody knows, I mean, by the time you tell me, I will have already asked her. But very cool. I like the flower. I'm guessing it's some sort of frame or some sort of situation. And then I've never had this before. This is straw, and it's just the 2-strand. And that seems pretty cool because I use 2 strands, right? So I've never seen it like this before on a little roll. And so I'm very excited to try it out. I might be able to use it on something that I'm doing soon. And then, because the freebie table wasn't open yet, we did some pass around bags, and somebody passed around some patterns, and I grabbed this one because daffodils make me so freaking happy. I love daffodils. I don't know if I want to keep April. I might figure out a way to like rechart some of it. So maybe cutting out April here and bringing this border down, and maybe adding some of the daffodils that are up here into here, just so that there's more daffodils, or maybe change out April for daffodils. I don't know if it would fit in that same space. So I'll have to play with it. But I love this. And then I got some fabric because somebody brought a bag of fabric, and I was like, what? I was like, what is this in my seat? So I grabbed, this is 32 count Jobelin. It is color 12A by Ship's Manor. Don't know how this is going to turn up in the camera. But it is this gorgeous blue and pink splash. Like, this is so pretty. How could I say no to this? Like, this was the first piece I grabbed. And then I passed the bag along to the next person, and she was the last person. And so she handed it back to me, and I was like, oh, I think we just keep going. And it got back to the person, and she's like, oh, you guys can take more than one. Like, it's just going to go on the freebies table if you don't take it. And so it ended up back to me, and everybody has looked at it twice at this point. And she's like, take as much as you want. She's like, well, seriously, like, I'm not gonna, like, this is not coming home with me. So I was like, well, if you insist. I got a 32 count Lugana. This is by Live and Dye LA, hand-dyed fabrics, in the color Flamenco. Look at this. How cool is that? Like, the reds and the green, kind of like dirty looking, and like, yeah, we like this. We like it a lot. Like, we're fans. We are big fans of this. I don't know what to put on it. I have no idea. But we like it. We really like this. And I've never had anything dyed by any of these dyers. Like, all of them are new to me. I haven't even heard of these dyers before. So I don't know if they still exist. I don't know anything. And then the last piece, yes, there's one more, is a 32 count. I think it's a Jobelin or an even weave of some sort. Oh, I didn't even see that. Okay, that's cool. It is called Leaf Motif. It is a 32 count. I think it's a Lugana. If I was forced to guess, 32 count Lugana. And this is by 1884 Stitchery. And that's really cute. I didn't even, because I could only see this side. And I just liked the green. But having the leaves on there is really cute too. So look, they're really pretty. So I got that. And I have about a dozen things to put on the freebie table myself. A bunch of kits and things that I went through my stash and I was like, I'm not going to do these kits. It's unlikely. And because I don't love 14 count Aiden, that's what most of them are. And there are a lot of people that do enjoy that. So I will be putting those on the freebies table when I get done here. So those were all of my table gifts. Then I finally looked through my bag, the retreat bag, which I didn't look at other than to pull my shirt out and my name tag before. This is the Grace Notes Fabrics bag. It's very cute. Holds lots of stuff. I got a hoodie also because I love hoodies and I love Grace Notes, and so I mean it just made sense. Goes on the couch. So first up, the smallest, we got these cute little floss drops, and it's got a little 2025. I actually got a second one of these because one of my table mates doesn't use floss drops, and she asked me if I wanted them. I was like, yes, I use these all the time. Then the retreat fabric is called A Star is Born. I got a 28 count Lugana. Is that what I asked for? Might have gotten the wrong fabric. Normally I'm a linen girl, so I don't know. This is probably right. It doesn't matter. It's pretty. And I might be able to use this on a mirror because I can do Lugana with a mirror, right? But this is really pretty. It's like a really splotchy, sky looking blue, and like, look at this big old splotch. It is more blue than it's showing up on the camera. It looks a little more gray in the picture, but it is more blue than gray. Kind of like an acid wash denim almost. It's really pretty. And then our bag. This is made by Stitch and Button. The retreat bag is pretty blue. Blue is the color this year, if you couldn't tell. And then we got another project bag, and we love pink. I love these bags too. And it has a little pattern. This is from Shakespeare's Peddler, and which is on kittensstitcher.com. In case you're curious. And we got the Stitching Retreat book. It has some patterns in it, some games, some social media stuff. I haven't actually read through this yet, but I mean, they're doing a quilt raffle. They have info on the sale, which I'll show you in a minute. And then they have patterns from the Frosted Pumpkin, Stitches by Ethel, Tiny Modernist, Rosewood Manor, and they're all small, so they're like this big. Karen Bowen, KEB Studios, and then Grace Notes Designs. This one's done by Jamie. And then there is a bookmark, an Americana bookmark by Elizabeth Clark through Grace Notes Designs. And a December Birth Flower and Stone by Grace Notes Designs, and that was charted by Colleen. And then we have the information on all of the people that are part of the team. We got a counter, some raffle tickets, let's see, a $10 coupon for Grace Notes, a really cool needle minder, upside down. This has all of their blue fabrics. Might have all of their fabrics in general. But it might just be their blues. They have a lot of blue fabric. And then they have a project tag, some little candies, little mints, and then a floss called All the Blues. It is a little lighter than is showing up on this. But the floss that she made for me is darker than this, but otherwise kind of similar because, you know, blue. But it's a little more royal blues. Alright. Can I get it back in? Oh, it doesn't want to go in. Okay, we got there. And a pen. Grace Notes Fabrics pen. So that is everything that came with just regular retreat. And then I got the baby animal cell, and I got it fully kitted. So, first off, look at this beautiful bag that we got with it. So, beautiful bag. Let me pull everything out of here so you can see the inside of the bag. It's just so pretty. I love this. This is the pattern. It is by the Blue Flower. It's baby animals, and it is designed by Janine McGowan. I am doing mine on this bright yellow. So much fun. It is called Lemon Meringue. It is an electric-y yellow. It is brighter than what is showing up on camera. It is like a bright yellow. It is not, it is brighter than what is on this screen, which is incredible. I got a fat half. It's 36 count linen. And then I got all the DMCs and all the classic Colorworks and Weeks Dye Works. It's floss. You'll see it when it goes into the project. Then we got the cutest scissor fob I've ever seen. Obviously, it's got a note. It's got this elephant, mom and baby. Got the giraffe, a lion, and a monkey, and a penguin, and the zebra. And just like, I love this so much. And we got a bag tag, a smaller And this one's got an elephant on the bottom of it as well. And a needle minder, a golden book needle minder, wild animal babies. And these are cool because you can actually like write on these. They're actually like have paper in them, but they also do work well as needle minders. So they're just a lot of fun. I mean, I don't know what I would put on them to write in such a tiny space, but I mean, I wouldn't put it past me to find something to put in there as like I'm going. Maybe like keep a record of the projects that I put them on. That could be kind of fun actually. I might do that with those because I have 3 or 4 minders or needle minders like that now. So that is the sale. I will be starting this weekend. I don't know when yet, but now that I've shown it to you, I can start it any moment. So I might start it as soon as I stop recording. Who knows? And then the last thing I'll show you for right now is what I've gotten off the freebies table. Not a ton. There's a ton of patterns out there, and I'm showing some self-restraint. I only grabbed a few things right now. Showing some self-restraint. I got this giant blanket. I mean, it's not giant, like it's a baby blanket size. Maybe a little more. But this little Afghan type situation. I have been wanting to do something on a quilt, on a blanket. And so now I have fabric to cross stitch a blanket. Do I know what I'm going to stitch on this? I have absolutely no idea. But now that I have it, I can start hunting for patterns because I'll know what size I need or what size I have available. So I'll know what to kind of look for. But this is very cool. Like, it's got the blocks and stuff already kind of like so that's fun. Then I got this little Halloween sampler. It just is, it's got the little pumpkins on it, which is why I got it. I don't know if I'll do anything other than just this little part in the middle with the pumpkins. This is Happy Halloween. It's like a small to put on the door or something. And if I were to do the called fors, then I would not do it on that color fabric. Then from the blue flower, I got the strawberry bird because I have a friend who's stitching this right now, Adrian, calling you out, girl. And it is so cute. And so as soon as I saw this, I was like, yes, I'm getting this and I'm stitching it with her, even though she's already working on it and she's already like pretty far into this corner. I am going to start that. And then I got Daisy May by Stitching with the Housewives. Look at that sweet little bunny and the bees. And I mean, if you've seen anything that I'm doing lately, I'm super into bunnies and I love bees because my nickname is Bee. And then I got this cute pattern by Lakeside Needlecraft. But like, how could I not? It's camping, it's happy, it looks quilty. I love this pattern. It's beautiful. And I'm super excited about it. It's just so fun. So that is what I have so far. I have a small haul so far, but I'll do all of that on another part of this later to come. So I will be back probably, I might finish recording on Saturday, but for you it'll be 10 seconds. So I will see you guys all soon. So it is Tuesday after retreat has ended. I got back at about 2 a.m. this morning, and I thought I would finish showing off the stuff I got and and telling you about what I think. So I had a few other table gifts that I didn't show. This came with all of the three fall flosses. He's so cute. He will go on my desk. I love fall. And then this was made for our table by Kathy. It's a little, we put our orts in it. She had it filled with candy, and that was awesome. I remember everybody's names now, so, you know, day one I didn't, now I do. And I had another piece of fabric. It is evergreen, the 32 count linen. It was too dark and not the right size for anybody else at my table, so I was like, well, I don't mind dark fabric, and I love 32 count linen. So I might put it, like, this is kind of like nice and plain. So it could be good for like a good background for a mirror, but I don't know that it's big enough. Maybe. Maybe a small, maybe a Nora Corbett, not a full mirror, since those are smaller. Any other freebies? No, I think that's it. I have a big stack. We had a make and take, and they are needle finales. It's hard to see that, but it says needle finale on it. And we just got to put little stickers on. I grabbed some extra stickers to finish filling my laptop. And then you just squeeze this, and you can put your needles in it. I have an extra sticker, but this is where your needles go when they die. Which I had 3 of them over the weekend. I did this after. If I would have known, I would have done it at the beginning, but I didn't want to get in anybody's way. And then the floss, I do have the floss now. The Becca. This really pretty blue. It's very lightly variegated. It's very pretty. I'm just tickled with it. So, the Becca. So these were for my table mates, and then I gave them to, I don't know if I got them to everybody on the retreat staff. I meant to, but I might not have gotten to everybody. But I'll be giving some of this to some of my friends. So you might see them again on somebody else's Flosstube. Where do we start? Fabric, patterns, project bags. I got a lot. I know, let's start in the unexpected. We got a Stella. At retreat, my lamp was getting hot and starting to have like a burning smell, which isn't great. I've known for a while, and it's an LED, so it shouldn't get hot. I've known for a bit now that it would make my room warmer, noticeably warmer in my office when I was stitching at night. And so it was time to retire my other lamp. I am going to keep it because it does have a little fan on, and that's nice. I inherited it from somewhere. I don't know where it came from. This lighting is really bad. I'm sorry. I see like the I apologize. I'm recording really early today. So then I got some patterns. If I have missed showing anything, I do apologize. Let me actually show you my small little pile first. So the woman next to me, Judy, she let me try out a ball tip needle for the bunny, and I really enjoyed it, so I bought 2 more. They have like an actually pretty decent sized eye for them being a 28, so they're a little easier to thread, and the ball kind of helps push down because like I snip my ends at the fabric, and it helps push them down and put them back on the back after I've done that. So these are kind of nice. I also got, I've got my little stuff hiding, I'm sorry. I also just got some plain John James 28s that I'm gonna stick in the needle holder that I got over the weekend. I'm gonna have to make sure I label it somehow. Then I got some YLI beading floss. I've heard great things about this. I know Jessie Marie uses it. I don't know if she still does, but in her older videos, she talks about this nonstop. So I got some. It's 0.004. I don't know if that means anything. Oh, this is from Made in Rock Hill. That's so cool. Or their company's in Rock Hill. My college roommate, one of my favorite humans, her parents live in Rock Hill. I got Stitcher's lotion to try. Because, you know, it's supposed to be safe for work, for while you're doing needlework. Probably will try it while I'm working on the bunny. Just because I'll be probably washing that when I'm done. And then I got 2 little needle minders. I don't recall the shop these were from. I don't know. And they don't have a name, a label on them anywhere. So I'm not sure who these are from. I apologize. They're really cute though. A little big bird. Then I got some patterns. Silver Creek Samplers, Jurassic Perk. I've been wanting this one for a while now, so got this one. Heartstring Samplery, Sting Like a Bee, because I'm bee. I got a Heart and Hand, Frosty Tiny Town. I wanted to get like a good sampling of different designers that I may or may not already have. So like this is new to me. This will be my, I hesitate to say that. This may or may not be my first heartstring samplery. I think I have another pattern by them, but I don't think I've done one yet. Then the obvious choice, Wisteria House by Pansy Patch Quilts and Stitchery. But again, it's got a bee on it. So, I mean, it's got bees on it. It's even more me. Wisteria House, Wisteria Stitch. I'm going to have to change this to say Stitch, obviously. So it'll say Wisteria Stitch here instead of Wisteria House. Everything else I'm going to leave the same. It's beautiful. And I have fabric for it too. I might have to start that soon. It is a mix of Weeks, Gentle Arts, and Classic Colorwork. So it's going to take me a minute to... If it uses Wisteria, though, I have that. How funny. All of the colors in this, and none of them are Wisteria. And it's the Wisteria pattern. This is my first Counting Puddles. I'm very excited about it. Look at these foxes. They're so cute. I love them. And I've been wanting to try. I've been wanting a Counting Puddles pattern. So, and then keeping on theme, we have the Oak Keeper by Fine Frog Stitching. It's just really precious. Then I have a Tiny Modernist. This is not my first Tiny Modernist. Alice in Wonderland tree. I've been looking at this one on Grace Notes website for a while now. And once I saw it in person, I was game over. And I got this to make for my sister, because she's obsessed with mermaids and unicorns and rainbows, and so I'm going to make this for her. It's just very cute. I don't know that I'm going to use the called fors. I think I'm going to do some of the floss that I purchased. Where did I put it? Interesting. I have misplaced it. I literally just had it in my hands not long ago. Well, I am sorry you won't be able to see that today. I have no idea where it went. That is really weird. I had it. I had two new flosses, and they were right here moments ago. But I apologize. You'll have to see them at a later date, I suppose. It's really weird. All right. Project bags. So Sheba Designs was the designer for these bags. So I got 3 vinyl fronts. Look at the bunnies. These make me so happy. I think that means I need to move my bunny. I have to make sure he's going to fit in here because he's got a lot of floss. This fabric is gorgeous. And she did a great job with her choice for cutting. It's very centered. I love it a lot. I really like this bag. And then I keep calling this my Lisa Frank bag. Look at all the chameleons and the flowers. It's just really fun. I love the colors on this. And then I got a folder. I've never gotten a folder before, so I was like, why not? So this is the outside fabric. Sorry about the dog if you can hear him. And then inside, I have the vinyl on one side with the zipper just like normal. And then on this side is a pocket for your pattern and stuff so that it doesn't stick to the vinyl. I guess some people have issues with that. And so hence we have a folder. And it's got this little button snap. It's very cute. I really like this fabric. Like all the fabric, really. And then I wanted to show you, I got a very meager start on the baby animal cell when we started it on Friday. So I'm going to show this to you now. I'll also put it in my regular video too. But I counted in, I started at the top. So I got some blue, some green, and some brown in. And I just lost my needle keeper. I love this fabric. This lemon meringue is so bright and just lovely. My needle. Doesn't want to mind my needle. So I only worked on it for the 1 hour that our start hour, and I didn't put any other time into it this weekend. But it's going to be getting a lot of love this year because, I have to have it finished. So then, you've seen this mirror before. Got her a month or two ago. And I bought her a fabric. This is Opalescent Storm. It is a 32 count opalescent. Because, she's not brown, but, this is supposed to be, the moon. This is nighttime, so I was like, I didn't want it to be too dark. Because, I want to be able to enjoy it. But, look at this, kind of, opalescent stars. It is very pretty. And I didn't need a fat half, but this is my only opalescent fabric that I think I have from her. So I just got the whole thing. I was like, you don't need to cut it. I'll just take it off. Then the other mirror that needed fabric was Miss Christmas Eve that I got back in December, January. And I got her 32 count white peach tea. It looks very similar to the called for. At first I was thinking maybe something that had was a little more bold, with some reds and stuff in it, but I just really like this fabric a lot. She doesn't need a lot of extra, so. And then I matched up all of my other mirrors to fabric that I already had in stash when I was at retreat, because I had all my mirrors with me and I had all my fabric with me just in case I wanted to start something. So I did that, and that was good. That was good ideas for me. I don't know why I'm doing this right now. I felt the need to put the needles in the little needle urn. It looks like a little urn, right? Most people would probably look at this and think, oh, lipstick. I think urn. So there you go. All right. Fabric time. I mean, that was fabric. I got bunches more fabric. So I hope you have something to drink. I'm actually going to pause this and I'm going to go grab a drink because I need it. And I'll be back in seconds. Okay, now that my coffee is cold, I'm back. So everybody kept asking me oh, is it everything that you were hoping for? I was like, honestly, the only way this retreat could have been not what I was hoping for is if it would have been everything would have been falling down around me and everybody was mean. So everybody was so kind and so welcoming, and the women at my table, there was Judy, Ida, Amy, Gail, and Jane, and those 5 ladies have known each other for a while. They've been stitching together, they live in the same area, and so they're really good friends. They go retreating together all the time. And then I pulled a new person, Kathy, because I was greeting on Thursday, helping people find seats. And Kathy was there for her first time, and she was alone. And so I was like, oh, come sit with me. So she sat with us, and then Corinne and me. But Corinne was working the shop most of the time. She wasn't doing a lot of stitching unless it was night. So everybody was just so kind and welcoming, even though they were all, they already knew each other. It was just really nice. It was lovely. They were lovely people. I met some other wonderful people. Corinne's team that she put together is fabulous. So in my notes, I'm gonna tag everybody's Flosstube. There aren't that many, but I'm gonna tag the ones that I know for the people that I actually met. I didn't meet a ton of people that I didn't already know. I wasn't milling about a lot. And there were some other dogs in the hotel. I ended up losing my voice on Friday. And so Friday and Saturday was a little rough. I felt fine. I just didn't have a voice. And so I was just kind of like, I was like, I'm going to get some stitching done. I spent most of my time at the fabric table, as you will soon tell, because I had to help. I was helping full. I didn't have to do anything. ADHD me needed to be like moving and like doing something. So I'd go up to the table, I would refold some of the fabrics because and helping put stuff away after they cut, and they weren't expecting anything from me. I just wanted to, and I wanted to feel like I was doing something. I was really struggling to keep my butt in the seat. But that being said, segue, I did have a retreat finish on Saturday night, right before the giveaways. I finished the November basket. Look at those mushrooms. Like, I mean, I know that the whole thing is about the flowers, but like these mushrooms, I was so tickled to get this done. It was also fun because I worked on Wackadoo, the bluey piece, and I worked on that Thursday, and I was just working on the damn toilet all day. Everybody just thought that was so funny, that I was just sitting there working on stitching a toilet. Like, I don't think I've ever seen anybody stitch a toilet before. Well, welcome to my life. The things you do for your children. All right, so now the fabric. My first two are mysteries, so I'm sorry you can't get them. So I'll show them first, get them out of the way. You'll be very sad. They're very pretty. There's at least one or two more that may or not be. One for sure was a retreat specific, and I don't think they'll be dying it again. From their first retreat. But this is a 28 count linen. This is a mystery. I've already got some fabric that looks kind of similar. I love the granite look. It just looks like the blue and the brown, like the greeny brown, and it looks like river rock or granite or something, and I just really love that look on fabric. So I split this with my new friend Allie Z. Shout out, girl. Let's hang out. Then I got, because I need more blue, obviously. This is a 40 count linen mystery. It's just a very, very pretty blue, like robin's egg blue. Oh, hey, if they knew what their dye lot for this was, they could have robin's egg blue. But that's why it's a mystery, because they don't know. They don't know what they did, how they got there. Sounds like my life. I'm just trying to get all my linens together, because I got some knot linens, which I know, weird. Who am I? Actually, I'm going to show these two together because they're the same color. Oh, hey! I found the floss. Okay, so that mermaid, I got floss tones. Segue. This is the Little Mermaid medley. So I think I'm going to just use this on Mermaid Spoken here. I could probably just use one of these to do that, and I'll have one left, because it's pretty small. And I also got, this is Mary Poppins medley. Blue and pink. It's very pretty. I waited until the last day, and there were still two left, so I snagged them. I think everything else is linen. Did I not buy Verdal? That's weird. Huh. I don't think I got any Verdal this weekend. I'm concerned. I must have been sick. I really wanted some. So this is Jennifer. She's like a really pretty olivey green. She's very pretty. This is a 32 count. This is I don't think this is available anymore. I need to make sure that I didn't pay for a fat half. This is a fat quarter. This is Celebrate 2023. It's a 32 count linen. I believe this was their first retreat fabric. I don't think that they're doing this again. I don't know if they saved it or not. Okay. Hi, Booger. Okay. Most of my fabrics I got over the weekend are 32 count linen. So I'm just pulling them all together. So I feel like Colleen did me dirty when she was setting up the table. She put just like handfuls of fabric that I wanted all together. Okay, babe, what would you like to eat? Right.
Yes, please.
Go get some cereal.
Yes,
So I'm doing all my 32 count linens first. Okay, grab it. This is Be My Valentine. It's a very pretty, bright pink, like almost like purpley pink.
I love pink.
Okay, it's very pretty. This is Talia, or Talea. It's like a peachy, like a more pinky, orangey, peachy. You want this one? Oh. Gotta get the baby some cereal so we can finish recording. Here you go. You're welcome. After I'm done recording. You can go eat that in the living room with your show. So Talea. Okay. Little Miss Independent. Mermaid's Tail. It's like a turquoisey. It's very pretty. And then these next two look very similar. I have three that look very similar. They're not the same color though. Okay, so this is Lento. So this is 32 count Lento. This one's got, it's very purple, very mottled. Then I got 28 count Happily Ever After. Purple and pink. And then moving on to 36 count, we have Elizabeth. I swear these are all different. Alright, so Lento is a little more, it has like a little more red in it, where Elizabeth is a little more pinky purple. Well, not pinky, like a more like violet purple, where Lento is a more maroony purple. See, they're different. I like what I like. I don't know. I like purple. The purple fabric was calling to me this weekend. Okay, so this was sitting with let me get the right ones together. These four were all together. And I was like, why did you do this to me? It's like, I just have to grab the whole handful. That's sitting over there for you. So, next on the I have to have that handful is Giacoso. We are into 36 count linens now. There's this really pretty orange. Like, it is giving pumpkin or tiger lily. It's very pretty. And then we have Sally. She's more of a lime green. She's a little washed out on this video. She's got a little more to her. Oh, kind of right there. She's a little more rich. She's got like a little deeper, like with some more yellow tones. Maybe that's not the way to describe it. But she's a little richer. She's a little deeper. She's really pretty though. Kind of like a dark Granny Smith apple. Maybe. I'm horrible with describing colors, so I apologize, Corinne. So I already have Vivace. I have Vivace in Lugana, and it is not the same as Vivace in linen. Because in the linen, and you're not going to be able to tell on camera, it picks up a lot more yellow. So like this area here has more yellow in it. This is not doing it any justice at all. It does not look the same. It doesn't, I can't make this look the same. But I promise you it's gorgeous and you all need it. Vivace. Like, it's really pretty. It's kind of like has like a sky blue base almost with green, like a yellowy green overcast. Did I describe it well, Corinne? Did I? Let me know. Then Allie made me do it. I got this piece of blueberry pie. Allie was obsessing over it. If you don't follow her, Allie is Crafty is fabulous. She pulled this out and it is giving when I was in high school, this was the color blue jean I would wear. This dark wash blue jean. I don't wear blue jeans now because I have mom belly and they're just not comfortable. Maybe someday I'll start wearing jeans again, but this is blueberry pie and I love it. I love this. I love everything about it. It's kind of almost like Jamie, but less model-y. I mean, they're different. They're definitely different. I don't have my Jamie with me, right? But it's very pretty. If you want a dark navy blue, I think this is in the gourmet section. Blueberry pie is just, it's delightful. I love it. This is where I've been putting. And then because we're on a food kick, mint chocolate chip. I may or may not have some mint chocolate chip. I'm not sure, and I could not get this piece. Oh, where did that piece of fabric go that I wanted to make sure that I... Sorry, please hold. This one. I need to send her a message or check my invoice. But look, this is so pretty. It actually is giving mistletoe vibes. Actually, not at all. No, nope. Just kidding. It's really pretty. I bought mistletoe also. I bought it in Ada. You'll see it soon. because Hannah made me do it. So mint chocolate chip, you should get this. It's beautiful. All right, now, the one that I have set to the side, I went up to the fabric table multiple times. As you can tell, I did not grab all of these in one go, because that's what crazy people do. So instead, so that I wasn't a crazy people, I went every day, 2 or 3 times a day. I would grab 1 or 2 pieces every time I went up. So, that being said, I ended up getting the same color in 2 different fabrics. So, I got Andante. Apparently, I really like this color. This is a 32 count linen. Oh, yeah. Beautiful, right? This is gorgeous. And just give it a minute. Like, this is amazing. I also got it in a 36 count Medina. It looks very different. Still beautiful. This is wild. How different the color is picked up by different blends of fabric. So, if you're ever looking at, and it has to do with like linen is just linen, Medina is a cotton viscous blend. I don't remember the full difference, but and it's an even weave. But they're both Zweigart. But anyway, this is linen. This is a cotton blend. But like just the difference in the way they pick up color is wild. And then the other thing about Medina is look how thin. It's very gauzy. I don't like, so it's very insubstantial. There's not a lot to it. I don't know what I want to put on. I don't know what I want to put on this yet, because like obviously it's an even weave, but like I'm not putting a full coverage on it. That would be silly. I might do like, I know like lavender and lace are like the ice angel that I'm doing is normally on something gauzier like this, and so maybe I'll look at my Passione Ricamo, and maybe if one of them would work nicely on this, because they're kind of like dainty, like delicate looking with the beading, so maybe one of those would go well on here. So I've got 2 or 3 of those patterns. So maybe one of those would go nicely on the Medina. But, yeah, when I realized that I got the same color, but on different fabrics, I had to show you the difference. Like, that's wild, right? These are the same, this is the same exact dye. Like, they could have been made on the same day in the same thing at the same tub at the same time. And that's just how differently they pick up color. I just think that's really cool. So this is my Jobelin. I did get a piece of Jobelin. I got my Estosa. It's a 36 count Jobelin. It has a line. Okay. Let's see if we can find the line. Nothing on this side. Oops. And nothing to see here. There it is. There it is. You see it? It has a line on one side of the fabric. Like, I can use this side and it doesn't even matter. But because it wasn't perfect, she made sure that it was marked so that people knew it wasn't perfect. I was like, this is gorgeous. It doesn't matter that it has a line. I think I almost got some other fabric that had spots and stuff. The only reason I didn't is because I already had so much fabric pulled. But anyway, Maestoso. It's this really pretty soft gray. It's got like a little bit of hints of like, dude, maybe like a little touch of green. I'm really curious how this dyes in linen. Because again, Joblin is another cotton blend. I think Joblin, Medina, Lugana, and Verdal. I think they're all cotton blends. Don't quote me, please. I could be wrong. And they're blended with. She did a coffee with Corinne. It was early and it was a long weekend. But she was talking about how it's with viscous. Some of them are with viscous and some of them are with something else. But they are literally the same thing. It's just like a 1% difference. I don't know. Eyeballs. So, this is my piece of Lugana that I got, and it is Corinne, and she's beautiful. She's this really pretty rose gold color, and it's Corinne. It's beautiful. I love it. It might actually be one of my favorites, and she needs a Mirabilia on her because they're also beautiful. So I'll have to figure that out. Or maybe, well, let's not get wild and crazy over here. I was thinking maybe Shelly, like, look at, I don't know if it's going to come through, but the way this corner is like, you can't see it as well in the video, but it just looks, even like this little corner here looks really fancy. That's a 32 count Lugana. She's real pretty. And then I got some Tired Eye Adas. I got a 16 count in Windsong. I was looking at this color on every section of the table because there was a linen table, a Lugana table, an Ada table, and then the Joblin, Modena, Verdal were all on their own table, plus the 30 count linen, which I didn't even know she had. But this is Windsong. It's like a really pretty blue, like a deeper, like a dark turquoise. Like a dirty dark turquoise. Oh, no, it's pretty. I really like it. That's a 16 count. Yes, I know it's a darker fabric, and I'm like looking for something for tired eyes. But Ada is just easier to work with. So I'm hoping that even though it's a darker, because it's Ada, that it'll be good. And last but not least, we have Mistletoe. And Mistletoe is an 18 count. I got this because Hannah made me do it. If you haven't already watched her latest video, she had a finish on a piece called Chicken and Waffles. I'm so sorry I forget who the designer is, but it is a donkey under a tree with some chickens, and it is actually her donkey that is named Waffles, because she knows the designer. And so she did hers on Mistletoe, and I loved it, and I was like, well, there's a piece of mistletoe here in Ada. I could do chicken and waffles on Ada. And so now I have to pre-order the pattern. Then, that's it. I'm pretty sure that's it. It's only been 10 years long video feature length film. I really hope that you all brought like stitching, beverages, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, because this was a long one. Okay. Still getting my voice back. So overall, I had the best time at retreat. I've already recruited 3 or 4 friends to come with me next year. And I mean, everybody was just so lovely. It was the best time. They did show at some new fabrics. They've got some new colors. So I did order a fat half of Ronnie, which is a blue fabric. It's one of their new colors. I don't know when it'll be up, but you should join their Facebook group if you want to know more about it. I'm sure that they'll have a post for it eventually because it's one of their new colors. I had to pre-order that because my go-go used to call my dad Ronnie. And I've had a pattern for a while now that I've been wanting to do for him, and it's just a very small pattern. Like when it's done, it'll probably only be this big, so I got a full fat half. But the fabric had meaning to me. I guess that's also was her uncle. Her uncle was a Ronnie. So I got that ordered. And then I will also be ordering, they're going to be doing a mini box for Wicked. And in it is going to be, they showed a fabric called Alphaba at the retreat. It was not available for sale. It's just going to be in the box. And that is all that they'll say about what's in the box for now. They will be posting for signups for that in their Facebook group. So definitely join because that fabric is amazing. And you can choose any fabric type, any count. I believe they're all going to be priced the same for this one. I could be wrong. But I think they're just doing one price to make it easy. And then what else? It was just such a good time. I thought I was going to be like a wake up early, go to the gym, take a shower, go get breakfast, stitch all day, stay up until 2 a.m., rinse, repeat. That did not happen. Didn't walk or run the whole time. I did get tons of steps in because my room was like at the end of the hall. And then our stitching retreat was basically under my room at the end of the hall. So, and I walked back and forth from my room. Every time I had to go to the bathroom, I went up to my room all but like once or twice. Just because it was so quiet in my room after being in the stitching room. So it was nice to just kind of like to take a deep breath. Hi, Booger. You gonna say hi? You wanna show your cereal face to the world? You say hi?
Hi.
Wave. Yeah? You wanna go finish watching your show?
No.
No, you gonna sit here?
Yeah.
Okay. So, it was, I did not, and then I also went to bed early every night.
Me too.
Me too. You went to bed early too? Yep.
Get me up. Get me up.
Okay. Go watch your show.
Get me up.
Go finish your cereal. I fell asleep by like 10 or 11 every night. I would go in my room. I would call this little nugget. Off of that. I would call that little nugget and FaceTime her and talk to her and tell her goodnight. And then I would take a melt my skin off shower because I could. And then I would lay down for just a minute. I'm just going to close my eyes for a minute and I'd be out. And it would be like 10 or 11. And so I was not up until 2 in the morning stitching with Corinne. But it was such a good reset for my body, I think. Next year, I do think I want to take Josh and Jude, though. There is a water park like 5 minutes from the hotel that I think that she would love. And they could go do that all day while I'm stitching all day, and then I could still snuggle with my baby at night because she's just the sweetest little cupcake. Although I hear that once she's closer to 4, things change. But I don't know, she's just a sweet thing. She'll never not be sweet, right? That's what I'm telling myself. But yeah, so it was great. I had the best time. I loved all of the people that I met, all the projects that I saw. There are a few that I'm getting that I have to have now. And so, yeah. I am going to let you all go. This has gone on plenty long enough, and she's needing some mommy time after I was gone all weekend. So I hope that you all are having a great, anybody that was at retreat, I hope that you are finding your way back into the real world gently this week. And thank you all for joining me, and happy stitching, everybody. I will try to get an update on all my projects here. Maybe this weekend. So, bye, everyone.